miles an hour. So we'll take this, move it down just a little bit, switch it back over to the wind. And this area of rotation, not very tight. It is still there though. We'll go ahead and make a little bit of a broader line with this as well. Maybe, nope, not there. Okay, let's try this one more time. Going to make a little bit of a track on this, 45 to the northeast. This is going to move out of Region 8 soon. This warning officially expires at 3:30. We are seeing this in Luxora at 3:13. Osceola, it's right on top of you right now. Also keep in mind, if you're tuning in on streaming, this time in the upper right hand corner, it's going to be a little bit delayed. It's 3:08 right now on our clock. So match that up with your watch on your phone, whatever you need to know where you're at. Some people in Mississippi County definitely watch us on streaming services. There could be a little bit of a delay there. So 3:13 in Luxora, 3:23 in O'Donnell Ben, Armorel in 3:31. Officially, this warning expires at 3 o'clock. It's still something we're going to be watching closely. Going ahead and zoom, going to clear this out and try to zoom in on this area right here. We can see the rotation getting a little bit closer. It's right on top of Osceola right now. So it's a little bit on the broader side. It's definitely still there though. I am going to step away for just a second to see if we're getting any reports or any updates on this from the National Weather Service. What you're seeing on your screen right now is a new area of rotation that is forming just outside of Osceola, and that's what we're watching right now. There's another tornado warning just off your screen for Tennessee that's been confirmed. That's not what we're seeing here though. We just have this area of broad rotation is right on top of Newport Drive right now, as well as in East Road 732. So Osceola, if you're hearing me right now, you have a tornado warning. You want to get inside in the most interior room, the lowest level. If you don't have a basement, the basement is going to be the best place for you to be right now. Cover up your head. Get anything like a helmet, a pillow. Might look silly, but a pot on your head will also help. Also, make sure you have as many walls between you and the outside as possible at this time. We're still watching this area of rotation as it continues to move toward Osceola. Let's zoom out just a little bit and kind of get a little bit more downstream of where we might be seeing this. It's going to get very close to Luxora in just a few more minutes. We're going to be watching this for probably about 30 minutes before it crosses over the river right now. So we got, honestly, a couple of kinks in this line. I don't really trust this area. I don't think that's going to be a huge problem, but let's go ahead and switch over at radar, see if we can see anything that maybe looks a little bit more obvious. Not really, but this area of rotation is going to be very close to I-55 over in Mississippi County this morning. Burdett, you're officially in this warning. You need to get in your safe spot as well. Luxora, in your safe spot. Osceola, it is pretty well right on top of you right now. And honestly, if I switch, we're still kind of seeing this, and I'm also kind of curious about that as well right now. So there's a couple of areas in that storm that I don't exactly trust. This is with the same system that produced a tornado in Wynne. So it's got a history of rotating and it's just kind of persisted. So if you're in Osceola, Luxora, Burdett, you really want to be in your safe space right now. You have a tornado warning in effect. It expires at 3:30. It is 3:11 right now. If I switch over and look at this radar product, you can see the time and, well, you can't see the seconds on that one, but you can see at the time at least in hours and minutes. We'll continue to watch this moving to the northeast, but I wanted to go ahead and zoom in just a bit and try to get down to street level on some of these places and kind of work downstream to see where we're seeing this storm going. Okay, Osceola, it is right on top of you right now. You need to be in your safe space if you have not already done so. We're looking at Levee Road right now, looking at the Moran community. It looks like this says South County Road 535. Luxora, Levee Road, underneath this warning, as well as Keys Point. Continue to see Brinkley Road, Highway 161, needs to be in their safe space right now. I-55, if you're in Mississippi County, you are under this tornado warning. If you know anybody traveling on this road, maybe some 18-wheeler drivers, It doesn't take a lot of wind to cause them a lot of problems, and right now we're looking at a tornado warning. So if you know anybody, wake them up, give them a phone call. We have a tornado warning right now. A lot of people are sleeping. They might just think that this is a loud storm. Some people like sleeping in the thunder, but we are seeing a tornado warning right now. We also want to take cover if we're looking at East County Road 474, East County Road 472. We just got a new scan, so I want to zoom out just a tad, see if anything's changing on this. One more. It's not super obvious right now. Switch over and look at the radar again. Maybe. So we're still watching this kind of general area here, just right on top of Osceola. You're seeing another tornado warning on your screen as well. That's in Tennessee. It's got that pink color on it because it's confirmed it has a history of producing a tornado. Ours in Region 8, what we're watching right now, that's an area of rotation. It's right on top of Osceola right now, continuing to move to the northeast at 45 miles an hour. I'm going to step away once again just to see if we're getting any kind of update from the National Weather Service. And they're not saying anything. So a lot of times no news is good news, but also we might not be getting a lot of reports because a lot of people are asleep right now. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on this pretty close. We will go ahead and do another storm track on this too. Going to zoom out, or not zoom out, but move this just a little bit so we can kind of see that whole warning there. Watching this storm moving to the northeast at 45 miles an hour. So here's what we're looking at. It's right on top of Osceola right now. So if we take this out, 45, it's close enough. Time on your screen right now, 3:14, Luxora. 3:18, you have 4 minutes. O'Donnell Bend, 3:27. Armorel, 3:35. Huffman at 3:42. 3:53 in Ayers, if it holds together, that's outside of Region 8. We're going to be watching this storm. It officially expires at 3:30. So we have another 15 minutes with this storm, unless the National Weather Service cancels it. I don't think they're going to, though. Let's go ahead and look over at that wind again. Still seeing, if not rotation, just some gusty wind down by Osceola, very close to the river and the levee there. Seeing Moran still dealing with that rotation right now. You want to be in your safe space. If you have not already, it's right on top of you. And these little scans are going to be a little bit delayed as well. So every time we get a new scan, it's going to be a few seconds behind. And then the farther we get away from that second scan, it's even more behind. So Luxora, it's right on top of you right now on Highway 61, still seeing County Road 474. You need to be in your safe space. If you know anybody that lives along or near I-55 in Mississippi County, we just got a new update. Want to see if this is tightening up a little bit. I can't say it with confidence. Maybe a little bit. It's also really zoomed in, so it's kind of hard to get a good perspective. So we'll zoom out just a little bit, see what we're looking at here. Still seeing that rotation. Maybe even 2. Let's go ahead and switch over and look at. So I'm a little concerned about this area that is just to the east of Osceola, but that is, I think, officially in Tennessee, so not going to focus on that one too much. But we are still seeing this little hook feature right here, just south of Luxora. So this appears to be a strong storm, and unfortunately this environment, Luxora and to the northeast, still pretty favorable for this storm to continue to move in. It's a relatively untapped environment at this time, so we're going to have to keep our eyes on this pretty closely until it crosses the river. Then our sister station WMC in Memphis will pick up on this warning, as well as this warning that they're already tracking with the confirmed tornado on it. So let's go ahead and switch over to the wind again. Yeah, still seeing at least some broad rotation here. So what I'm talking about is we're looking from the Memphis radar site. So if you're going away from the radar, that's the reds. You're going toward the radar. Oop, we just got a new scan. Let's start that over then so we can get a new picture of it. Reds are going away from the radar. Greens and blues are going toward the radar. So that's our general area of rotation there, right near Luxora. We're pretty close to the radar site, so we're probably getting a pretty good picture, but keep in mind these storms can be tilted, so we can't take this exact location too precisely. I am going to clear this off and just go ahead and switch over to debris. Haven't looked at that in a minute. just see if anything's popping up, and we're not seeing anything. All this blue stuff that's down here where it says debris possible, that's not associated with this storm because we're not really seeing that. And I feel like these little light yellow shades would be a little bit brighter if we were dealing with something on the ground right now, since we're so close to that radar site. So I don't think we have, I'll say pretty confidently, we don't have anything on the ground right now, but we still have some rotation. We want to treat it as if it is on the ground because it could be on the ground in the next couple of minutes, because these scans are going to be a little bit delayed. So we issue tornado warnings, the National Weather Service does rather, whenever we have signs of rotation, whether it's confirmed or not, because that could change with time. So right now it is 3:18. We still have about 12 minutes left with this warning. That wind, that rotation, still right on top of Luxor. Well, we're getting a lot of new scans. They're going in a certain mode of the radar that's helping get us scans a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and look. Osceola, that rotation is past you guys, but still dealing with a pretty strong storm there right now. I want to kind of scoot this a little farther down so we can kind of see a little bit more of the storm downstream. Still watching Luxora. You guys just had to deal with some very fast winds, still dealing with fast wind. Seeing that bright blue color? That's at least 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. Still seeing some fast wind near Burdett as well. That's also where that rotation is really trying to tighten up, or maybe not tighten up, but still at least noticeable there. We're gonna also have to watch Blytheville, if nothing else. You're at the edge of this tornado warning. And again, very gusty wind right now. Again, that blue, that's approaching that 60-mile-an-hour range. And since we're close to the radar, we're seeing a pretty good height in the storm. We're not getting too high up like we have that problem in the Ozarks. We're getting pretty close to what might actually be happening near the surface. So very fast wind over in Blytheville right now along I-55. Also kind of curious. I don't think that's anything, but something to watch nonetheless. Still continuing to move downstream, maybe zooming in just a tad. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. Let's go back over here. Zooming in I did it again. Let's try a different button. We'll do this one instead. Zooming in just a little bit more, trying to get some of these areas downstream we haven't quite talked to yet. But if your phone's gone off, you have a tornado warning. You need to be in an interior room, the lowest level of your building that you're in that you can. Basement is preferred, but I know not everybody has basements, especially as you get closer to the river. Those water tables make it a little bit more difficult to get basements. But looking at East County Road 330, you need to be in your safe space right now. North State Highway 13, I can't see that other number because of our banner there, but we did get a new scan in, so I'm still watching this rotation near Burdett. Still some very fast wind in Blytheville as well. Let's go ahead and zoom out just a tad. Want to get a better look at this whole storm. If you're just now joining us, we are watching only one storm right now. Oh, that's not the zoom out button. We are just watching one storm right now in Mississippi County, but we're also keeping our eyes on the river levels. The Spring River is rising very quickly right now. We'll have more coverage on that as we go through the next several hours and several days, unfortunately, with all of the flooding in Region 8. But what we're watching right now is going to be this tornado warning in Mississippi County. Seeing a couple of areas, excuse me, my mouth is pretty dry. We're seeing a couple of areas right now where we could be seeing a little bit of rotation outside of Osceola, past Luxor at this point, but still keeping our eyes on Blytheville. Just some very fast wind there right now. This warning will officially expire at 3:30. It is 3:21 right now. I'm going to step off the screen again just to see if we've gotten any reports or any updates from the National Weather Service. And good news is the tornado watch will expire at 4 o'clock. So once this storm passes by, looks like we'll be out of the woods as far as the tornado threat's concerned, but definitely not out of the woods with some very heavy rain and most, if not all, of Region 8 right now underneath some kind of flood warning. So that's something that we're watching, and they're watching this area south of Blytheville that we've been picking up on as well, just to the east of I-57, where some of those storms are moving, or some of that wind's moving just a little bit faster, kind of trying to rotate a little bit. But this is already within the polygon. We just got a new scan that came in. You're still kind of seeing that, but it's not exactly the most obvious thing in the world. Just another little kink in the line maybe here. Also maybe right in Blytheville. So Blytheville, you're in this tornado warning, especially if you're on the southwestern side of Blytheville. But if you have a Blytheville address, you want to be in your safe space right now. Osceola, you guys are still officially in the warning, but you guys are not having to deal with much in the way of, that's the wrong button again, just a second. You're not dealing much in the way of wind right now either. Let's go ahead and zoom back into this tornado warning so you can see all of these flash flood warnings I was just talking about. Most of us underneath some kind, seeing some of the heaviest rain, there they go, they issued another one. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Looking at that new one, that's going to clip into Pemiscot County as well. So we're watching this pretty closely. I'm going to see what we're getting from the National Weather Service on the new one. That's for that area of rotation that we were seeing just to the south of Blytheville. This goes until 4 o'clock this morning. We'll be watching this as a storm that's capable of producing a tornado near Blytheville, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. So it's moving at the same speed as this other storm. Also getting a report from Emergency Management in Mississippi County that the city of Osceola has lost power at this time. That area of rotation went right over them, and even if it wasn't tornadic, still very fast wind there. Not getting much else with reports of this storm. So let's go ahead and check this out again. We're going to zoom out a bit, try to get a new storm track on this, and also keep an eye on some places downstream like Pemiscot County. You guys are partially in this tornado warning as well now. So switch over to the wind so we can kind of see where this area of rotation is. We are tracking a couple of spots. So we've got this original one that's going to be for northeast of Luxora, but then just to the south of Blytheville, there was a second area of rotation that was trying to pop up. It's still also moving to the northeast at 45 miles an hour. So we'll go ahead and time that out too. Armorel, 326. You were already taking shelter for the first tornado warning. Now we have a second one. 331 in Hickman, 344 in Ayers, 350 Big Boy Junction, and 408 in New Bern. That's going to be outside of Region 8 once it gets past Hickman, I think. But we're still going to keep an eye on this storm. This is, again, still associated with the same storm system that had the history of producing a tornado over in Wynne. So we're not going to trust any of these storms. We're not seeing the most obvious area of rotation right now. You can kind of see it's trying to become a little bit more of a line, but if we switch over and look at radar just to make sure this product's not trying to trick us, you can still kind of see where it might be trying to bow out a little bit, getting some good wind. I say that as in it's good for a storm, not good for anything else, but watching this kind of moving in to the Blytheville area. So still keep our eyes on that. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more, try to call out some street names and some other smaller communities that we might be looking at this in right now. Switching it back over to the wind as well. So that's what we're watching, is this area. It was a little tighter, so it's gotten a little broader, but still very fast wind right there. Also watching a little bit farther to the south. So let's go ahead and this is very close to the Mississippi River, right on top of 55 as you are leaving or entering into Pemiscot County. We're seeing that there. I want to get a little bit closer. Not seeing a whole lot popping up on this right now. There's that new scan, starting to see maybe it trying to pick up a little bit, but again, some pretty broad rotation and a couple of different kinks in the line that we can look at in the whole scale. So the whole thing's kind of broad, but individually there's a couple of little tighter things. So we're still seeing some rotation in the storm. We have 2 active tornado warnings right now in Mississippi County. One extends into Pemiscot County as well. Most of Pemiscot County not in that warning, but the very southeastern corner of Pemiscot County officially in that warning. The rest of it's going to extend into Tennessee tonight. So street names, not really seeing too many popping up yet, but still looking at North State Highway 137 Spur, I think that says, East County Road Highway 330, still wanting to be in your safe space right now. It's a very fast wind near North County Road 761 as well. Seeing some near State Highway. I think that's what that says. State Highway Road? Oh, State Highway DD. There we go. State Highway DD in Pemiscot County. Seeing North State Highway. Oh, that's the same one from earlier. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of community names popping up, but I know that there is a community there because we're starting to see some of these road networks getting just a little bit more populated. So zoom in, see if something pops up there. This is near the Barfield community, near Armorel as well. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes there, right on top of Levy Road, East State Highways 18, I think that says. We want to be in our safe space at this time. You do have a tornado warning, if not two overlapping in the same spot for you guys. So we want to be in our safe space. That's an interior room, the lowest level of your home. A basement if you have one, that's great. If you do not have a basement, you want to cover up your head with something, or a storm cellar of some kind. You want to cover up your head with something like a helmet, a pot, pillows, a mattress, anything you can to protect your head. Also, don't forget to put on your shoes as well, just so we can be safe if something does come of this. But right now we don't have any reports of that, and I want to zoom out just a tad and kind of see maybe where this is trying to go. Oh, let's zoom in. Let's try the right button this time. So zoom out a little bit, see what we're looking at this morning. Bit more. Still looking at Armorel and Barfield. This is past Lexora at this point. It's also very close to the Burton community, but it looks like you guys have already seen the worst of the wind with this storm. Still going to be watching. I'm curious if we've gotten any reports out of Blytheville, so I'm going to see if anything's popped up on socials or in the Weather Service group. They're not saying anything. They're focused on some of these other storms that are moving into Tennessee that do have confirmed tornado warnings on it. So not to say that we don't have anything, but I will say it doesn't look as concerning as some of the previous radar scans have. We still want to take it seriously though. We still have tornado warnings. This is a storm that has a history of producing tornadoes, not in Mississippi County, but still in Region 8 nonetheless. And it was kind of holding together for a long time. So see, again, we're trying to see this, trying to tighten up once again, basically right on top of Armorel this morning. I want to zoom out just a tad more. I already got that button. So this is past Highway 61. This is also past I-55, but it is trying to move into, they just expired that southern warning, so that's nice. But they are still watching this area of rotation that was associated with the Blytheville. They found it near Blytheville. We don't know if there was a storm in Blytheville. But this is going to cross over the Mississippi River soon. And once it does that, we will hand this over to our sister station, WMC in Memphis. Until then, though, we're still going to keep our eyes on this. We've got people in Mississippi County and Pemiscot County that watch us. I want to put this in motion just to kind of see exactly where this is going, to see if it's going to try to move into Pemiscot County. I have my doubts. It might go straight from Mississippi County into Tennessee. It looks like it's trying to go a little bit more to the east than the northeast. But Pemiscot County, if you're inside of this polygon, if you're in the very southeastern corner of Pemiscot County, still get into your safe space right now. These storms have been a little bit wobbly, especially as they're trying to weaken a little bit and then trying to strengthen. They get a little bit wobbly, so they don't always go in an exact straight line. They're also capable of changing directions as well. So we want to keep an eye on this closely if you're in South Pemiscot County. Not giving you the all clear just yet. Am giving the all clear to Blytheville, though that area of rotation is past you, but we are still watching this storm very closely. I'm going to zoom back in again. See a couple of more street names at this time. See what we've got. That's in Tennessee. So we'll move just a little bit. This area of rotation is still right on top of North State Highway 137 spur. It's getting very close to North County Road 161, where they've kind of got this little L shape in the road. Very close to the river and the levee right now. So we'll have to watch that. Very close to State Highway DD and State Highway E. This is going south of Steele and likely south of Cooter, but if you're listening to us in Cooter, go ahead and get into your safe space right now, just in case the storm tries to jog up to the north a little bit. It could do that. I'm not really concerned about this little spot right here, but if we move a little bit farther to the south, you'll see the area that we're talking about. Starting to get a little bit of a messier radar picture as well, but what we're still seeing is this area of rotation that is likely just past 137 spur. The reds are going away from the radar. The radar's back here. So the reds are going away from the radar, the greens are going, and the blues are going towards the radar. So that's what we're watching right now. This warning, once again, will expire at 4 o'clock this morning, but once it crosses over the Mississippi River, that is in Tennessee, that is outside of Region 8, so we'll return back to regular programming. I'm not sure exactly what's playing right now, but we're going to stay with this until it crosses over the river. If you're just now watching and tuning in, let's go ahead and get a home view of this as well. This is, first of all, not a confirmed tornado warning. It is a regular tornado warning. I know we've got a history of seeing some confirmed ones, not only tonight, but in the last week and the last several weeks. But what you're seeing is in Tennessee, that's their confirmed tornado warning in that magenta color. What we're also dealing with, if I switch over, look at just radar, a lot of flash flooding. Very concerned about the Spring River. It is rapidly rising feet in hours. So we have to keep our eyes on that. Keep in mind our smaller rivers are going to rise up quickly and then fall down quickly. So that's why we're seeing a lot of these flash floodings, but also just aerial flash flooding. We've gotten a lot of rain in the last little bit. So just a very dangerous situation unfolding right now, even if we weren't talking about this tornado warning. I do want to step off just a second to see if there are any new updates from anybody in the National Weather Service or any reports maybe coming in out of Believille or Osceola. We did get one report earlier that I've already mentioned about the power being out in Osceola. So they've taken a hit from either strong wind or something there. Something has gone through. The National Weather Service is now noting that if this system holds together, it's going to cross the Mississippi River likely in the next 10 minutes. So we're going to keep our eyes on this. Once again, this storm was moving to the northeast at, I think it was 45 miles an hour. So look ahead and come back over here and we'll zoom back in on this storm. If I can hit the right button. We'll zoom back in on this storm and try to see what we're looking at right now and give out a couple of more updates. So this is very close to crossing over the river. So we're watching this area of rotation right here. It is also, I think, very close to, so it's just passed by Armorel, very close to Hickman and Barr right now, very close to Levee Road, East County Road 102, getting a new scan in, very close to Chick. I think that's in Tennessee though. I think this right here is the Mississippi River. So something that we're watching is this area of rotation trying to cross over the river. But still, if you're listening to us in Hickman or Armorel or Barr, you still need to be in your safe space. That area rotation has passed over Armorel, but still dealing with a lot of lightning and some probably pretty gusty wind there this morning as well. So let's zoom out just a tad, see what we're seeing. Huffman also needs to be in their safe place right now. Continuing to watch that area of rotation, slowly but surely, trying to cross over the Mississippi River. This area also looked a little bit like could be some rotation there as well. That's already over in Tennessee right now, still within this tornado warning, but we will only cover it while it's in Arkansas and Missouri. I will say southeastern Pemiscot County, not seeing any rotation concerns for you guys. So if you are in Cooter right now, it looks like that area of rotation is going to go to your south. It's trying to go a little bit more to the east than the northeast, as I think this is even trying to broaden out a little bit as well. So we're keeping our eyes on this, going to wait for more scans to come in and see when this crosses over the river. But let's go ahead and switch over. Look at the radar again. Still some very heavy rain. Blytheville getting a little bit of a break. We're not done with the rain yet though, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes on that. I don't think I've been seeing anything in debris. Let's go ahead and check on it for a second. Nothing very noticeable right there, so I think we're good. Still seeing that area of rotation just crossing over the Mississippi River right about now. It's pretty broad at this time. It is still there though, still some gusty wind nonetheless. So we'll keep our eyes on that for the next couple of minutes. Continuing to watch this storm in Mississippi County, Penobscot County. I think you guys are going to be fine. This area of rotation is right on top of Hickman and Levy Road right now. I want to see if I can get in just a little bit closer and call out some of these little roads. Looking at East County Road 142, East County Road 174, East County Road 1063, North County Road 1015. If you live anywhere near Hickman Farm Road, you still want to be in your safe space right now. We've got a bit of a broad rotation moving over you associated with a tornado warning that's in effect right now until 4 o'clock this morning. It's moving to the northeast, trying to take on a little bit more of an easterly turn with it until at 45 miles an hour until 4 o'clock this morning, but it's about to cross over the Mississippi River. So we're still keeping our eyes on it. Once it crosses over the river, albeit slowly, that's when we will toss it over to our sister station at WMC in Memphis, and then they will be taking care of this. I do want to zoom out just a tad and get a wide view at what we're looking at with everything right now. We still have that tornado warning, and again, a lot of flash flooding, and we are not done with this rain yet. A lot of the rain's falling tonight. It's going to make our rivers rise quickly. We're already seeing concerns at the Spring River over in Hardy, so we're keeping our eyes on that very closely. Several flash flood warnings for most of Region 8 at this time, and we'll still have flooding as we come into the next several days as well. But right now we're still watching this tornado warning in Mississippi County. Penobscot County, you guys are officially underneath this warning, but that area of rotation has gone south of you guys. So dealing with some heavy rain and lightning there nonetheless, but we're really not seeing that area of rotation heading towards you if you are in Penobscot County. So it's crossing over the river right now. It's kind of riding the river near the Mississippi County and Penobscot County border right now. So we're keeping our eyes on that. Once it securely crosses the river, then we will return to that regular programming. Officially, this warning will expire at 4 o'clock in the morning rather. Blytheville, you guys are fine right now. I know you're still in this warning. I don't know if we have sirens going off in Blytheville right now, but you guys are safe, you're fine. Osceola has been trimmed back from this warning. You guys are okay as well from the tornado threat anyways. We're getting a new scan coming in. That's still trying to cross over the river at this time. We'll zoom back in just to make sure. And yeah, that looks like it's crossing over. I would still be in my safe space if I lived anywhere to the east of Highway DD and near that Mississippi River. I don't think we've got a lot of people that live over there because that's very close to the river. But if you're near there, know anybody that might be traveling through there, just let them know. This is what we're dealing with right now. 55, part of it still underneath that tornado warning, I think, if I zoom out, but still some gusty wind there nonetheless. Oh, that's zooming in, not zooming out. Let's try that again. Still seeing parts of 55 in this tornado warning, but we're not concerned about that anymore. That area of rotation is crossing over the Mississippi River right now. It's moving farther into Tennessee outside of Arkansas. So we're going to stick with this for just one more scan, make sure it stays that way. But even looking downstream, you just kind of move around, see if there's anything else popping up that catches our eye. I'm really not seeing anything. All of that's to the east of the Mississippi River. Still some gusty wind nonetheless behind this as well, and a lot of rain. So switch over to look at radar. Yeah, the most concerning part of the storm is definitely moving into Tennessee right now. So let's go ahead and zoom back out real quick. We still have that tornado warning in effect. Officially Mississippi County, Penobscot County, you guys are in that warning. The area of concern though, that area of rotation, that has crossed over into Tennessee. They're dealing with a confirmed tornado warning right now. They've extended it to just a regular tornado warning, but still that system as it moved through, it was causing damage. We got reports of damage in Wynne. We've got power outages in Poinsett County. So it's been a very active night with tornadoes just in the last couple of hours, but we're also dealing with some very gusty wind outside of that, and what we're transitioning into right now is more of a flooding concern. So we've got a lot of flash flood warnings going on right now for just aerial flooding, but also flood warnings for a lot of our rivers. Tomorrow, we're going to start to see some of those rivers peaking in the major flood stage. We're already seeing major flooding on the Spring River over in Sharp County. So, and we're still not done with the rain yet. We're still going to see rain for most of the day as we head into the day tomorrow, and then even still some showers on Sunday as well. We still have a lot more rain in us. Now, the heaviest of that rain is trying to leave Region 8, but we still have some heavy rain over in White County right now. Still a pocket of heavy rain in Cross and Poinsett County. But once that bow has pushed out, we're still watching that trying to move out of Region 8. Our heaviest rain will be over, but we'll still be dealing with the rain nonetheless. I will say though, for now, that area of rotation with a tornado warning for Pemiscot and Mississippi County has crossed over into Tennessee. So we will toss that programming back to WMC. They can deal with, they'll help with that, and we'll go back to regular programming.